Alright, guys. Doesn't look like anything at all is moving around here right now. I've heard maybe one or two bird chirps, a crow flew over. That's about it. I mean, I just can't get over how beautiful this is, though. I don't particularly care if I get anything or not. I want to, but, you know, even if I don't, it's not a big deal. So I think what I'm going to do in the meantime is just walk around and see if I can find a good spot to camp, because I'm wanting to do another type of camp tonight that you know, doesn't involve not tonight, I'm sorry, tomorrow night, because I have to work tomorrow morning, but then tomorrow night I can get up and get out here and get set up and all that good stuff. So my old camp, let's see if, okay, I can see it straight through there is where my hot tent is usually set up when I come to this area. But that's kind of in the wind. As you can see, there's a lot of snow in that area, whereas there's areas like this one where when you go in these trees right here, there's a little patch of snow right there, but you're relatively protected from the wind and everything, which is why I was sitting here and relieving myself. You got to do what you got to do, right? But I wonder if there are any other areas like this. I mean, I'll take this one if this is all I can get. I definitely don't want to camp down there again just because it is windy there. And if I'm not going to bring the hot tent, I'm probably going to need a fire to stay warm. And I don't want to start a fire somewhere where that wind is just blasting through there and it's going to cause a problem. Not only for me, but, you know, potentially in the forest, which is highly unlikely right now, but still, you know, it's always best to be careful if you can. So I see another little area down here, which I don't want to go too far down because, you know, that's where all the cold goes. So we don't want to try and solve one problem and create another. Also, in that area that I normally camp in, I'm going to have to move anyway because I've noticed that there's a tree there that's dead now, and it's really starting to look pretty rough. And I definitely don't need that falling on me in the middle of the night. So I think at best I'm going to have to move. It's okay, you know. A little change of scenery never hurt anybody. Speaking of change of scenery, when do you suppose we decided it was a good idea to give up all this to go to work in a box, to go home and live in a box, to spend all of our time playing in a box? Now, don't get me wrong, I've got nothing against technology. Technology is what's enabling me to be here now. You know, the fibers that my jacket's made out of. By the way, this is an incredible jacket. This is a Carhartt jacket, and I've got just a fleece on underneath, and I've been absolutely warm. Now, granted, it's not very cold out right now. It's above freezing, but it is super windy. And one of those wind gusts came through that they were talking about a little while ago. It was pretty crazy because it was actually scary. It sounded like a freight train coming through here. And so that was a little bit concerning. So we'll just keep looking around. It looks like on the bottom of this little hill right here, looks like there might be something that we can use. Gosh, there are animal tracks everywhere. But I see this little spot here. And if there are no widowmakers floating around here, alright. Wow, look at that. Gosh, there are so many elk tracks here. Insane. So, I see a problem already. I don't know if you can see that up there. If that falls on you in the middle of the night, it's going to be game over. Now, there's another one too. There's two of them there. That's a shame because that's such a nice spot right there. I'll take a, see that little, I don't know if you could see it over here. Right in there, that little sheltered spot. It's probably sheltered from both the wind and the snow. Sorry, I'm looking down so much. I'm really trying to watch my step. I don't want to give my knee any more problems than it already has. You know, I think it's kind of sad that we do all that we do in society now, only to cherish the few moments that we can come back out here. And it's wonderful that we can still do this, but I feel like we made a wrong turn somewhere. I'm not saying we shouldn't have advanced our technologies and, you know, and all that kind of stuff. That's fine. But I guess there's something about the convenience of living in a city or a town or something that just makes it worth it to people. But I don't think it's really worth it. I mean, there are a lot of conveniences that really help us out on a daily basis. But with the right gear, couldn't honestly see any good reason to go back. It's almost like we gave up the inconvenience of having to do everything and provide for ourselves. Don't get me wrong, I'm not saying you could drop me off out here and I'd be perfectly fine. I'm not ignorant enough to believe that. But we gave up inconvenience for slavery in a way. You know, it's just, it's kind of pathetic. Wow. Look at that. I don't know if that just, this guy right here, if it fell and just skewered into the ground or what. Probably good firewood though. Man, there are all kinds of trees here that are looking like they're just waiting for the opportunity to fall on somebody's head. There's a little grassy patch over there. Let's go look at that. Yeah, I really wish I could find some bones or antlers or something like that to do more projects with. For my muzzle loader, I would like to make an antler tine powder measure, and I've been shooting about 50 to 60 grains with it lately, and it seems to be happy there. So I'd like to make one that holds exactly 60 grains and just put it on a little piece of leather or whatnot, hang that around my neck, make it easy. I love the brass one, but I'm always worried about those little screws falling out or something like that, and having it come apart and having some kind of an issue like that. A little one-piece antler tine Of course you could lose it, but it doesn't have any parts. You know, as long as you hang on to that bad boy, you're solid. So here's one that's broken off. There's one kind of over there. Got one up in there, that's dead. But it's a little farther away. It'd be close, but I don't think it would make it. Now right here, yeah, most of the wood looks kind of sad. Oh gosh. Ah, that one's still alive. Top's just broken off. That one over there probably wouldn't make it over here if it fell. So this right here may not be a bad spot. And I tell you what, I feel no wind right here at all. I mean, there's a slight breeze. I can feel it on my face, but it's not wind, you know what I mean? It's probably why all this is beat down and there's elk crap everywhere, because you know they're bedding down in these areas too. All right, I'm gonna scout a little bit more and I'll get back to you. Trying to save this battery.